Hey you guys, it's Dana Ryan from YouTube Mommy Meetup, and I'm here to show you how to use the Hangout Toolbox within your live Google Plus Hangout on Air to use a lower third. You can also do lots of other things with the toolbox, but I'm just going to show you that particular app in this video. So if you are in a Hangout like I am now, however, I have not started the broadcast, as you can see this green button down at the bottom, which shows you that I haven't started yet, and also up here in the upper right, you can see it says off air, which means I haven't yet started. So when you first go into your Hangout, this is when you want to mess around with your toolbox before you begin, before you click that start broadcast button. So when you hover over your screen, some other icons on the left-hand side of your screen will appear, as well as in the upper and middle of your screen, you'll see these other icons here. If you do not move your mouse around, they should eventually disappear. There we go. See, they moved off the screen. So if you just go in, you don't see anything, and you start to get a little nervous, it's because you need to move your mouse around inside the screen in order to get them to appear. So down here on the left-hand side at the very bottom, you can see Hangout Toolbox. If you don't have this app here, it's not located on the left-hand side, then you need to click down on these three dots to add apps. So when you click the add apps button, you'll get a whole bunch of other ones that you can add. You just find the toolbox within here and you click on it to add it to your, here you can see it in install. So you're just going to install it onto your Hangout screen. So we're going to cancel that out since I already have it. So what we're going to do is we're going to click it to open it up. As you can see, it's downloading the app. And then there we go. It's in the right-hand side of my screen now. This is the Hangout Toolbox app. And so you can see there's a lot of different buttons within the app. But first we're going to click on the first one, which is a head in a circle, for lack of a better word. It's sort of a profile image. It's you. This is you as the user. So this is the first icon within the Hangout Toolbox. And this is where you create your lower third. So right here, this is the generic, the top box up here is the generic lower third that comes with the Hangout Toolbox. So you can click and type anything you want within this top bar here. And then if you click here, you can turn it on. And then you can see it looks backwards, but this, if you leave it this way, it's going to look the correct way to the viewers. But if you want to see it the right way, then you click this little icon here. It'll show you the mirror image of it, and then you can look at it the correct way. So it'll look like you can read it that way. And that's it. And then down here you can enter a tagline. If you would like to. And see how we typed that in though, and it didn't show up. So in order to get it to show up, you have to turn it off and then turn it back on again, and then you'll see it. However, look how we typed too many characters within the box. So you can see down at the bottom of my screen, moms got kind of cut off, the original Hangout spot for mom. So this right here is cut off, so it's too many characters. So what we want to do is we'll just delete one, turn it off, turn it back on, and now it all fits. So keep that in mind when you're typing in words to, test it out, make sure it all fits within the screen. And then the logo that appears here is just the logo that you have loaded up as your profile image for your Google Plus account or for your YouTube channel. It's the same thing. This is where that's the logo that will appear there. Or you can upload a new one. If you click choose logo, you'll be able to add in a new one from your files. There's also a color toggle button here if you want to change the color that shows up on the top of the screen. So here I picked kind of a pink color, as again you can see it didn't show up yet because I had to turn it off and turn it back on in order for that to appear. It's the top bar here that gives you a color. This here is a custom overlay. So let's look at this second box that's in here now, custom overlay. This is where you can really customize what your lower third looks like as I do. So if I click down here, it says saved presets, and if I click one of these, you can see this says my name, Dana Ryan, and I have a couple loaded in here. I also have a screen that's custom for if I want to step away from the Hangout for a few minutes and I don't want my screen to be shown. You can kind of see me back there. It's a little bit transparent, but this gives me a little bit more privacy if I need it. So those are my custom presets. But if you want to load one up, all you have to do is click here and you load it in. So if we click this button, it'll bring up my files, and I can go in here and try to find my Hangout overlays. So here we go. Here's one. We'll do my Miss Diaper D. Choose it. It loads in. yet again, it's not showing up because I need to turn it on. So click it on in order to see it. And then if you change it, you have to turn it off and turn it back on, just like we did with the top box. So then now this custom overlay is loaded in. If you want to save it, you have to go down here to saved presets, click in the preset name, type in something you want to call the file, and then click save. And then as you can see, it popped up down here. Now, if you load in a different one, then just keep in mind, in order to switch things out, you just have to click these buttons. So click down here to, it sort of unsets and resets whatever you loaded in. So if you load in a new one on here, it's still not going to show up until you click on or off. And same thing down here, you got to click the check boxes in order to bring up your different saved presets. Now, ideally, these should save onto your account. So each and every time you log back into a Hangout, it should already be there. You shouldn't have to resave them. However, multiple times I have had to bring the file back in because it just disappeared in my next Hangout. So because Google Plus is a little twitchy, they might not keep your saved presets in there. So you may not want to delete the file from your computer, keep it in case you need to reload it on, but hopefully it should be there as your saved preset for the next time. So also in this Hangout toolbox, there is a button here for volume control. You can play around with that if you want. Basically, it gives you an away mode to mute. There's also your comment tracker, which I think we'll go over in a different video, and then also some other settings in here. But for this video, the first little profile icon there is what you're going to use for your lower third. If you're interested in joining me in a Hangout and you have a parenting channel, you can head on over to the YouTube Mommy Meetup channel, and we do host live Hangouts bi-weekly. So I hope to see you there.